Okay, I know I'm live and no one's here yet. We're having technical issues, so we're trying to get everybody back in. So just bear with me. When it rains, it pours, right? Hi, Bobby. Hi. Hi, Drunken Smurf. What to absolute hell? Okay. Hello. We'll just wait for everybody to come back. Is this better? Put a one in the chat if it's better. Just wait for everybody to come back. Is this better? Oh, Lord Almighty. Put a one in the chat if it's better. Okay. Yay. Way better. Oh, thank God. Okay. Hi, Ellie Remeniki. We've got some more people trying to find us, so we're going to give it a few minutes. So, we are Mac people. Hi, Aurora. How are you doing, beautiful? So, we're Mac people here. And I have my Mac laptop. And then I have my Big Mac that I have been having lots of issues with. And I ended up having to download Firefox at Shannon Nemechek's direction. And it was working great, but the last few days, it's been acting stupid again. So I've got to get my Mac down to my Mac down to Shannon so she and her techno-savvy genius young sons can take a look at it. So sorry. I do apologize for the cough. But anyway, I love, love, love Macs. I cannot use a PC. I hate PCs. They drive me bananas. I love my Macs. But my Big Mac, which is 7 or 8 years old, workhorse. It is a workhorse. Hi, Ashley. Hello again. It really is a workhorse, and I just need to get it down. We used to have a place here where you could take things like that, the Apple products in and have them work on it, but they don't do that anymore. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that, honey. You are the absolute best. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hang on. I'm trying to find something. But anyway, who was here in the previous live when we were talking about Cesar Millan? Just put a one in the chat if you remember what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to find something in my email that just made me feel like $1 million frickin' dollars. But I got to scroll way back. It's in here somewhere. Just bear with me. Boy, I've had a lot of emails lately. Son of a bitch. I know this is what y'all wanted to do, was just to sit here and watch me scroll through my emails trying to find what I wanted to find. Damn it. Thank you. So, I'm so sorry. So Cesar Millan, we were talking about Cesar Millan, dog whisperer, and how when a dog is acting up, he'll go like in its neck or whatever, its shoulder, or its butt or whatever, just that little. And I was sitting here over the weekend thinking, I need a human who will come in and go when I'm just sitting here doing absolutely nothing except feeling sorry for myself, playing Merge Mansion, Angry Birds Bubbles, whatever else is that I play, and get me out of that mindset, right? And My husband wouldn't do it. He thought I was nuts. But anyway, I decided, okay, I just need to do that to myself, right? I just need to get myself out of that funk that I was in, that I'd been in for a while. And so my moment was opening up a manuscript and writing the first sentence. I'd been working on this manuscript for 2 or 3 years. And then I put it aside and would work on something else. And then I would come back to it, and then I wouldn't work on anything else. I would just be in this funk, and then I had the hip problems, the health problems, and blah, 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 blah. So I myself the other day, Monday morning. And since Monday morning, I've written over 7,000 words in this manuscript. I'm going to pat myself on the back because I am very proud of that. I haven't been able to do that in a very, very long time. I am writing every day. I get up every morning, make my coffee, come and sit and play a game of Angry Birds until I'm out of lives. Or I might play a round of Merge Mansion until I'm out of, lightning bolts, lives. And then I get to work. I've been back in Discord, sprinting with some lovely women over in Discord and having a great time. So, I don't know if you're all in that writing funk, not quite sure how to get out of it, not quite sure, you're just not feeling it. You just want to sit here and you just want to do nothing. You just want to not have to think about anything. You just want to sit and veg for a while. Well, sitting and vegging for a while, that's okay. You can do that every now and then. But if you want to be successful at this, and yes, again, I'm speaking to you as your fearless leader, and I know I've told you this 1,000 times, but sometimes even I need to hear myself say it. You can't publish blank pages, right? You just can't publish blank pages. And those pages are not going to fill up with words unless your ass is in the chair, you're in front of your computer, your laptop, whatever it is, your tablet, whatever it is you write on, and get the words down. Doesn't matter if the words suck. Doesn't matter if it makes any sense. It doesn't matter if you're just writing one scene and then another scene that's not even related. However it is that you write, it doesn't matter. Just sit down and get those words on the page, right? I had to move over to my laptop and I can't read the small print. Susan, I have issue of getting... Okay, let's do this. Okay. I have an issue of getting halfway through a project and not finishing. I literally have 100 books started that are half finished. How do I break that cycle? You sit down and you pick one. Just one, because you can only really write one book at a time, right? Just pick one and you write one sentence. Just pick one of those manuscripts, sit down and just look at it and write one sentence and see where that takes you. Am I freezing again, Shannon? I wonder if I froze and this is my face. Oh God, Shannon! Shannon, damn it. Okay, but the audio is fine. Is the video moving yet? Yeah, now you're not frozen. Okay. I don't know what the technical issues are. I don't know if it's just StreamYard. I couldn't use Safari to open it. Said I had to use the Google Chrome. I don't have Google Chrome set as my default browser just because I have principles and they piss me off sometimes. I know I shouldn't say that. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Okay, this is really pissing me off. What is going on? Well, now I know it's not my laptop because my laptop is perfect. What is this? Hang on just a second. Don't go anywhere. Is that Zoom? Nope, that's Google Chrome. I don't know why it's doing this. I had Firefox, Shannon, and it quit working. That's why I had to end the live, because Firefox froze up. Chrome just stinks, but Safari isn't supported by this. And I didn't know what else to do. But anyway, Drunken Smurf, if you can hear me, just sit down in front of the whatever you write on, laptop, tablet, big computer, PC, handwritten, in longhand. Just start writing. That's the only thing you can do. That's the only advice I can give you. That is the only thing that has worked for me, is to just sit down and write. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, that's all I can tell you. I'm so sorry, honey. And I'm sorry to everybody when this keeps freezing and stuff. It will work out. You've got to think positively. What the hell's a UIC error, Bobby? I don't know what a UIC error is. I'm getting texts from my friends who are really techie and know what the hell they're talking about. UIC area. When I see UI, I think urinary tract infection or something. I don't know what the hell a UIC area error is. Da hell. User in chair. Oh, Bobby, you're so funny. That's why you're my sister. Anyway. God, I love you people. I do. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. So anyway, I forgot my list on the other side of the room, and I'm not going to get up to go get it, so we're just going to wing it. So I'm writing again. I'm very, very happy. I actually put, for the first time in a very long time, God damn it, Bobby. Okay, I'm getting texts from Bobby and Shannon. They're so mean to me, but you know, what are sisters for? But anyway, I actually put this book up for a pre-order, and it goes live January 31st. I know from past experience, and sometimes, you know, even those of us who've been around for a while and know what the hell they're doing and know what the hell they're supposed to be doing, we have to remind ourselves of things. I know, for me, if I do not have a deadline, I'm not getting anything done. Nothing is going to get done unless I have deadlines. Now, because of my ADD, what does a deadline look like? Well, it's a random date on the calendar that I pick. And first couple weeks, I think, oh, I've got plenty of time. I don't have to worry. I got all the time in the world to get this done. Well, in Scrivener, I have targeted word counts, which how many words long do I want this book? Mine are always at least 100,000 words long. Then I pick my targeted deadline, and it figures out how many words a day I have to write in order to hit that deadline, right? So the first day might be 300 words. Second day might be 310 words. And I just put it off and put it off and put it off. And then I don't do anything else. I don't put a deadline for the book up at Amazon. I don't set up the pre-order, or hadn't set up the pre-order at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple, Kobo, wherever. I didn't do that part. I skipped that part. And with my ADD, it's really easy to go into Scrivener and change that targeted deadline, right? You can change it to anything you want to. Well, in the past, I've had targeted deadlines. I've had pre-orders up for order. And this is how my ADD brain works. Week 1, I plot longhand notes. I just kind of screw around with it a little bit. Same for week 2, week 3. I think to myself, you got all the time in the world, all the time in the world, all the time in the world. Don't panic. Then we get down to crap. This book goes live in 6 weeks. Well, I write a couple thousand words today. And then something comes up the next day. It's like, oh, you can make it up tomorrow. So tomorrow gets here and something else will mess me up. Something will happen in my private life. You know, dad needs a ride to the doctor, or my brother needs me, or my kids, or whatever. Next thing you know, I've got 2 weeks to write 100,000 words. And so far, I might have 10 or 20 in it. Well, it's really hard to write 80,000 words in 2 weeks. Now, I know there are probably people out there who can do that, but I can't. So then I'm in this vicious cycle of going to Amazon and begging forgiveness and saying, can I please change my pre-order date? I'm not doing that anymore. This book has to be done by December 31st. No, November 31st. This book has to be done by November 31st. That gives us plenty of time to get it edited and final proofed and uploaded to all the different vendors. So that's where I'm at. So if you are like me at all, you need deadlines. If you've got ADD, you got to set those hard and fast deadlines. Am I making sense? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm making any sense to you at all whatsoever, or if I'm just rambling obnoxiously. But you've not just hard and fast deadlines with yourself. Oh, I need to finish this book by X date. You need to know, okay, I have to finish it by X date because my editor has to have it by this date because she has kindly blocked out this time. Keith, she has kindly blocked out this time to edit my book, and she needs, depending on what genre you write, anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. It just depends on the genre and the size of the book. And then your final proofer has set aside their time to proof your book, and they need a week or 2 to do the final proofing, right? So when I screw around with my own deadlines, I don't set a deadline with my editor, with my final proofer, I don't put pre-orders up at Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, whatever. The way my ADD brain works is I have got all the time in the world. It's all good. I can get it done. Well, when, dumbass? When are you going to get done? That's some of the conversations I've had with myself lately. So, get the pre-order links. Decide first before you just pick a random date. I need X number of time, X number of days or weeks to write this book. Get with your editor. When can you edit this book for me? How much time do you think you'll need? And when can you get it back? Get those written in stone. Get together with your final proofer, your cover artist. Get with all of them and get those hard and fast dates. Write them in stone, permanent marker, tattoo it on your skin, whatever, and stick to it. And then get the pre-order up. Because if you're like me and ADD, nothing motivates you more than a hard and fast deadline like that. One that you can't screw around with, like I have been known to do in the past. And stick to it. Stick to your guns. You set aside, I don't care if it's, you could only write for 30 minutes a day. By golly, you get that 30 minutes in. If you could sit here and write for 2 or 3 hours like I am blessed to do, then you sit there and you do it. If you can only write on the weekends, if you can only write after the kids are in bed, whatever it is, you need to figure that out and you stick to it and you get it done. I'm done preaching. Drunken Murph says, I have too much of a rebellious nature. If I set a deadline, even a personal one, I'll intentionally put it off as to miss a deadline. I got nothing for you, Smurf. I got nothing. Angie says, I'm just quiet because I'm really good at procrastinating, and it's like you were watching me at home every day. Honey, I have been where you are, Angie G. I have. I know I never knew until a year or so ago that I even had ADD. I just thought I was a quirky weirdo, right? Hi, Tony. I just thought I was a quirky weirdo, this creative, artistic goofball, right? It wasn't until I got the diagnosis a year ago? 2 years ago? Whenever the hell it was, that I have ADD, that I began to understand and take note and pay attention. Exactly. Tony Denise is right. I have to set the deadline with my editor so it's not just my deadline because I'll put it off. Exactly. And if you're like me, you don't want to let anybody else down, right? You don't want to let your readers down most of all, but you don't want to let your editor down, your cover artist, your final proofer, your family. You just don't want to let anybody down. So you've got to have those hard and written, carved in stone, magic marker date on your forehead, tattoo it on your chest, whatever it is you got to do. And I know it's hard to stick to it. I know. As an ADD who could gold medal at procrastination, I get it. I understand it. And when you start to do that, just go, like, just pretend Cesar Millan's behind you. And that'll remind you, oh shit, yeah, gotta get this done. I know. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I'm crazy. It's okay. Most people do. It's all right. My family thinks I'm crazy, and I'm okay with that. Do you like my new haircut? I got it all chopped off yesterday. It was way past my shoulders. I was able to do pigtails and ponytails and braids, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I felt like it just pulled my face down. I just like it better short. So anyway, oh, thank you, Drunken Smurf. I appreciate that. Tony says, I also put in a certain number of down days. Exactly. Thank you. This is important. Tony says, I also put in a certain amount of down days in my deadlines, so I have my own wiggle room for sick kids, or I decided to binge a show. Exactly. Or get your calendar out and put down your dentist appointments, your doctor's appointments, your mammograms, which I just had one, and everything is normal. Date night with the husband, kids' birthdays, holidays, Easter, Christmas. Y'all know, most of you should know, most of us aren't going to be writing the 2 or 3 days before Thanksgiving or after, because we're too busy prepping dinner, and then we're too busy trying to get our house back together afterwards. And you just got to be realistic with your deadlines. So I strongly encourage you to put all those important dates into your calendar when you're trying to figure out how much actual time you can devote to writing. And that way you're mentally prepared, right? And you're like, okay, this week, oh, great, I get to write 3 whole days this week. But on Wednesday, I got to take, Dad to the eye doctor, and then Friday I got a colonoscopy, whatever. Just you're smart enough to figure that out. So anyway, that's what I got to say about that. You all are just awesome. So, does anybody have any questions about setting reasonable deadlines and setting aside time for writing? If you do, put it in the chat and I will try to answer it to the best of my ADD riddled brain as possible. And I'm really sorry for the cough. Kevin and I were down for like 3 weeks with this horrible, god-awful, disgusting sinus infection. And it just keeps draining and draining and draining. So I'm going to mute myself for a minute because I really have to blow my nose now. So sorry about that. Oh, you're welcome, Tony. I had fun sprinting with you too. And Diana, how in the hell did you break Scrivener? I won't be able to tell you how to fix it because, not how this brain works. I take things like that to people and say, fix it for me. Yes, the cough sounds much worse than it is, but it's just drainage. And I don't have my stuff. But anyway, I rearranged my office Sunday night. And I think it looks beautiful. Diana says, I was trying to find the folder icon for I'm not sure how to say it. How you have the little folders in the binder. I wanted to have folders for each act in the colors and the content inside be that color. Gotcha. And it didn't work right. Oh, okay. Like Act 1 blue, Act 2 red, and Act 3 green. See, you're already doing more with Scrivener than I ever thought of doing. I just have my chapter folders. I have my scenes within the chapters, and that's it. It broke. Well, you need to reach out to them, Diana, to Scrivener. Their tech people are really good. Trust me, I've had to reach out to them before. And they will help you. So, but I love Scrivener, and I can't imagine writing anything else. I just can't. Anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Florida, my health, writing. Oh, inspiration. Last week, and this was a great motivator, and I cannot find the email. Just give me a moment and let me try to find it. You go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. But I have to find this because it meant everything to me. And I cried. And I cried and I cried. But it was really good tears. And I can't find it. I know I didn't delete it. Knowing me, I saved it somewhere special where I could always find it when I wanted to go look for it. And now I can't find it. And I believe she's in the room tonight. And I don't know if I have permission to say what her name is. Tuesday. It's last week. Tuesday, Sunday. Nope, it was before Sunday. It was last Friday, wasn't it? Friday. Nikes. If I deleted this, I'm going to cry. Oh, here it is. It's from Ashley. Oh, I'm sorry. If the person who sent me this letter is in the chat. Oh, yay, Ashley. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Okay. Honestly, I cried. She writes, and this was another, I think within an hour, I scheduled the live that we're doing tonight because she really motivated me. And I'll just read it. Hello, Susan. I hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to let you know that I finished the book from the 500-word writing prompt in February of 2023. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. When we used to do that. When you all would send me your first 500 words of a manuscript, and then my friends and I would read that first 500 words, and we critique it and give you some advice, etc., etc. This is what she's talking about. I wrote the first draft while sprinting in the Discord and would love to post about it in the chat with your permission. The awesome writers in the sprinting group have been there every step of the way, and I'm so excited and a little nervous because the book comes out tomorrow in KU. Your words of encouragement really helped me overcome my self-doubt, and I just can't thank you enough for hosting that writing prompt submission. The video attached below is a small thank you from me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, now I don't know if I can share my screen this way, but I'm really going to try. It was, seriously, Ashley, you made me cry and cry and cry because there are days, weeks, sometimes months, where you sit and ask yourself, am I doing any damn good on this planet? Am I helping anybody? Am I making a difference? Does anybody really listen to me? And I was having one of those moments, Ashley, one of those weeks where I was feeling really inadequate and just had a lot of self-doubt and was feeling unworthy. And I saw that email, and then I watched your video, and I cried and cried and cried. Happy tears. Happy tears. And that meant the world to me. So I'm going to try and share my screen so you guys can see this video. Okay. What the hell? I don't know how to do that. Okay. Where did share screen go on StreamYard? Oh, present. Duh. I don't have two monitors. Okay, window. Here it is. This is it. Can you see it? And I'm like, did you write under a pen name? I can't find your name on Amazon. Did you write under a pen name? Blah, blah, blah. No, I haven't published anything yet. I'm like, oh, Mother of God, you've got to finish writing the story. You have to publish it. Oh, but the book now. We all want the book now. And I meant that because it was really good. And this is Ashley. And she didn't give up. I do. I love your cover, honey. You are so very welcome, Ashley. I mean that. I am so glad that I made a difference and that something I said hit and made sense and that you were able to finish your book. And I am so stinking proud of you, honey. I really, really am. It's on my Kindle. I have not had a chance to open it up yet simply because I've been laser focused on damn it, this cough is driving me nuts. I've been laser focused on my own work, but I promise you I have scheduled downtime this weekend to read it, and I cannot wait to read it. And I really, really, truly am very proud of you, Ashley. I really am. So thank you for making me cry like a freaking baby. I'm going to mute this. You all don't want to. Anyway, so a huge, huge congratulations to you, honey. You are welcome, sweetie. Okay. I don't have my swooper for timestamps, so we're just winging it. Oh, you got it into KU. Thank God for KU. I'm going to read it next. Yay. Druggist Smurf says, I purchased. I look forward to reading your work, Ashley. Good job. See? This is what this is about. And I sometimes, I had forgotten about that for a little bit. This is where we get to come and encourage each other, help each other, motivate each other, inspire each other, and lift each other up. That's what I love about this channel, about my channel. I want it to always be a positive, safe space for writers, no matter where you are in your career level. I don't care if you've gotten 50 books written, 100 books written and published, or if you're on your very first one or somewhere in between, don't care. I just want this to be a safe place for all of us. And I appreciate it because I couldn't make this a safe place, a fun place, if it wasn't for all of you. And I mean that. Okay, so what do we want to talk about next? Florida Health, Motivation, Inspiration, Ashley's book. I have a list and I'm not going to go get it. When you hit the New York Times top 10 bestsellers list, I want an autographed copy. See, there you go, Ashley. We can't get on the we can't get on the New York Times list anymore. Most of us can't. 99.999% of the time, indie authors can't get on there. There are very few exceptions to that rule. Personally, I think, well, no, I'm not going to say it, but never mind. So next topic, conferences. Author conferences. Without readers, without book sightings. Put a 1 in the chat if you love going to author-specific conferences without having to worry about schlepping your books there for people to sign. Put a 2 in the chat if you've never been to an author conference. I have to write this down or I'll forget what order I said. 1 is yes. 2 is I've never been. 3, I'd love to go to one. And 4, I have no desire at all whatsoever. So put a 1 in the chat if you like going to author-specific conferences. Put a 2 if you've never been to an author conference. Put a 3 if you'd love to go to one. And put a 4 if you have no desire to go to one. And it's okay. Be honest. 1 and 3. Love to go. You've been and you'd love to go to one. Yay! Okay. Be looking for future posts on my Facebook page and the community page here at YouTube, because I might have a little something in the works.
Forecast for tomorrow. The lots of sun with a high of 85 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 50 degrees.
Did you just hear her, my Alexa, just start talking about the damn weather? Anyway, I'll have a couple friends and myself maybe working on a little something for 2025. So stay tuned. We're working on it. We've got some calls made and some emails sent and gathering information and just stuff like that. Big sister is listening. Yes, that's true. That's true, Smurf. That's very true. So, no announcements yet, but I got a couple things coming down the pike that I think y'all might like, that I'm very, very super excited about. And I did one of these a long time ago, a few years ago, before COVID. And I thought it was a lot of fun, and I had a blast, and I'd really like to do it again. So we'll see. We're working on it. Just ask her how to hide a body, really, Diane. Hey, Alexa, how do you hide a body? Alexa, how do you hide a body? She won't answer. She just goes blub blub blub. So those are the things that I really wanted to talk about tonight. Gain a little insight as to how y'all feel about author conferences. I personally love going to author conferences for lots of different reasons. 1, I get to hang out with like-minded individuals, creative people who understand the writing process. They get you, they understand the crap you go through on a daily basis. I love being with people who have published as many books as I have. There's different levels of careers, so there's people I can ask questions to, and I can learn a lot. I can help people coming up the pike, maybe inspire somebody, whatever. I love author conferences. I love hanging out with creative people. And sometimes we really need to feed that creative soul that we all have, right? We've got to feed it. Yes, being an author is a very sedentary, and you're on your own, right? What's the word I want? I've written so many words this week. I'm having a hard time finding words. Solitary. It's a very solitary type of job, right? What we do requires us to be alone to do it. So, but we still need to feed that need that we all have to be around other creative individuals, to be with people who get you, people who understand you. I love that part of conferences. Truly do. I love that not only can I teach somebody, I learn a lot. And I have been to some really fabulous author conferences where I learned more than I ever thought I would. Okay. Love conferences. I love my readers. I do love going to book signings. I do. I love book signings. Haven't been to some in a while. All, various reasons. COVID did a number on it. But I personally like to keep my author conference separate from book signings, because when I'm at an author conference, it's all I want to focus on is just learning, making new friends, meeting people, maybe having a wee dram of whiskey by an open fire, on a patio somewhere or by the beach or whatever. My favorite conference is NINC. I love going to Florida for NINC. But that's just my personal opinion. So when I host an author conference, that's what I focus on, is just the author. Look at my phone. Oh, damn it. Bobby, what are you doing now? I bet she sent me pictures of naked people. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I will talk about that too, Shannon, darling. We will have an official hard and fast date for something very, very special. Not conference related, something else that Shannon and I have been working on for what, a year now, Shannon? We've had so many interruptions, so many ups and downs, so many health issues. You know, we all thought 2020, 21, and 2022 sucked big, hairy, green, gangrenous donkey balls, right? That's just how it felt. But for some reason, 2024 said, girlfriend, hold my beer. So it's just literally been one thing after another. So Shannon and I have, well, mostly Shannon. She does all the hard work. I'm just like, oh, we should do this and we should do that. And she says, okay, I'll add it. Or I need to take that out or whatever. But anyway, we've got something coming down the pike. Stay tuned. You guys are going to love this. It comes out next month. I'm so stinking excited because, okay, ADD brain. I need something to help me stay organized. Shannon and I have been working on something. I'm not going to tell you what it is tonight because I don't have any way for you to purchase anything yet. But you guys, I'm pretty sure you're going to love it because I love it. And Shannon made me one and I'm using it every single freaking day. So I have a prototype. So I think Shannon and I are going to release this right before Thanksgiving, Shannon, or was it Black Friday? I will call you tomorrow and we will discuss. But trust me, when I say you are going to flip out, you are going to love this. If you don't, then I have failed miserably as an author and a motivator, teacher, a human being. No, I'm just kidding. But I really think, oh my God, I can't wait. Michaela has one, so don't say what it is, Michaela. And I think you liked it, but don't say if you didn't. Just call me and tell me what you thought of it. We got a couple people out with prototypes. They loved it. So anyway, I'm glad you're excited, Diana. Yeah, freaking beautiful. Freaking, oh my God. So anyway, we're going to be making that announcement in November at some time. I know I wrote it down, but it's at my big, see, I have two desks. I've got this desk. Sorry, pardon the potty mouth. So I've got my desk where I'm sitting at right now, where I write all day long. See, I'm going to try and turn this around for you. See? My notes on my window for my current work in progress. Anyway, back there is my Big Mac on my big desk. And that's where I do my non-writing stuff. I have to have two totally separate areas. I cannot, because of how my brain is wired. I don't know why it's wired this way. I don't know if I was dropped as an infant. I don't know. But my brain is just apparently wired differently. I need two separate places to work. I need my creative space, which is here in my beautiful window, where I can watch the birds. I can hear the geese flying over. I can look at the beautiful trees, all my flowers, my wagilas, the squirrels jumping from trees to trees, the flippin' groundhogs that I really wish would find another home because they're destroying my backyard along with moles, but I digress. That's my happy place. This right here, this little desk, this little laptop, my little notepads, my little transparent sticky notes. I love these. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Over there is where business gets done. This is where I take phone calls with Shannon and video chat with Shannon and write down all the notes. And then I draw a map. Shannon, I'm putting it on this shelf in this spot. Remind me that's where I put it. And then when I call her 3 days later, she's like, hell, I don't remember. It's such a Anyway, over there tends to be a little more organized. Michaela said, I found a new med for my ADHD and can focus now, so words are flying. Ooh, what is it, Michaela? Can you share? Because my doctor's thinking about putting me back on the Adderall. And thus far, Adderall has been the only thing that has worked for my ADHD or my ADD. I'm sorry, LA Reminicky. I'm sorry. Is it Lori? I can't remember if it's Lori or something else. So LA, I'm sorry. It'll be soon. It'll be soon, I promise. But what's the new meds, Michaela? Text me or put it in chat if you don't want anybody else to know. I tried several other Lori, that's what I thought. I tried several different ADD meds. I could not take Vyvanse. It made me clench my jaws to where it felt like I had lockjaw and I was like this all the time. There was another one, Ritalin. That was horrible. I could not think straight and all I could do was bawl. And I mean bawl. Almost as bad. And for no reason, people. I was just sitting there bawling. I couldn't help it. I was going through crying spurts almost as bad as the day my mother died. That's how I responded to the I just said the word. I can't remember what it was now, but Adderall has been the only thing. What's the thing they give little kids? It's not Adderall for ADHD. I just said the word, didn't I? Herbal supplement called, are you serious? Ashwagandha? Is this something you smoke, darling? Because that sounds like something I'd have smoked in high school in the 80s. Oh, I'm sorry, Michaela. Ritalin, that's it. I couldn't take the Ritalin. Thank you, Diana. Couldn't take the Ritalin. Why I had that reaction to it, I don't know. So, we went off all meds except my high blood pressure for a little while. Well, I had to flush out my whole system and stuff. And now I'm not going back on any antidepressants anymore, ever again, because of I have weird reactions to stuff. I had the rare side effect of bone and joint pain to where I was walking with a cane. And see, I would not make a good drug addict because I can't do codeine, hydrocodone, Vicodin, any of that. Can't do any of those pain med things because they make me puke. I can't do a Percocet, makes me puke. Pretty much if I'm in a whole lot of pain, it's usually a shot of whiskey and go to bed. I can get it at CVS. Okay. Ashwagandha. See, ashwagandha. Am I right, Drunken Smurf? It sounds like something you would smoke. I'm sorry. I'm so bad. But oh my God, I've been talking for an hour, mostly an hour. Hi, baby. My grandson. He got a new bike today. Yes, I'm still live, baby. You gonna go for a bike ride? Okay. Look both ways before you cross that street. Mean it? And stay off the busy roads. I do that. I know. Yeah, back when they made fun names for all the streets. Maui. Do y'all remember Maui Wowie? I got some of that stuff in high school. I was stoned for 3.5 days. I don't know what was in it, but it was potent. Seriously, 3.5 days. I was so terrified my mother was going to find out. Ashwagandha. Blue-haired centimillion. We were so naughty. Poor Michaela. She tried to be serious and helpful, and I'm being silly. I'm sorry. Yes, we gotta let go sometimes. That is true. Anyway, I love my grandson. He's such a cutie patootie. He's 14 now, 5'11". Just turned 14 in July, and he is already taller than my husband. He's 5'11". And he's doing great in school. And he's just grown like a weed. And I just love this boy. Oh, and he's teaching himself to play guitar. So every night he comes in and he serenades me. He finally learned how to play one song from start to finish instead of just, oh, Grandma, do you know what this song is? Oh, Grandma, have you heard this one? And not be able to finish. Now he's getting to the point where he can finish playing the song. So anyway, I'm very proud of him. He's a good boy. He's getting great grades. We're just really happy. And yes, I was going to be a grandmama again next month. Now my birthday is November 14th. And I told my daughter Emily, if you have this child on my birthday, she's due November 16th, I get to name him. And do you know that she said no? She told me there was no way in hell she was going to let me name her baby. What is wrong with Bartholomew Edward? Come on, Bart. I would not do that to her. I would not do that to her. So, and it's okay, Michaela. It's okay. We're just giving you a hard time. No, he's like me, Smurf. He's very creative, very artistic. He could play. I mean, he's built like a running back. This kid, I'm telling you, built like a freaking running back. He could play basketball if he had the desire, but he just doesn't have the desire to do that. He would rather ride his bike. He would probably love to do like, motocrosses on motorcycles. Do they do that for bicycles? What's that called? Mountain biking? I don't know. But he likes to watch football with us and sometimes baseball. Not really into sports. He'd rather learn to play the guitar, that type of thing. Very, very, very good kid. That poor child. Smart and creative aren't incongruous with sports, but I can fully understand having never been into sports myself. Exactly. BMX biking. Thank you, Tony. You have just been a tremendous tonight. He's just a good boy. I love him so much. And Malaya's grown like a weed. She's doing great in school. All my grandbabies, our oldest, Kennedy, is out in South Carolina or North Carolina. Oh, I'm having a brain freeze. Anyway, she graduated high school a year early because she's so freaking smart. It's scary. And now she's in college out in one of the Carolinas. And she's doing great. She is just blossoming and doing great. And she's going to be an archivist, historian, work in a museum, that type of thing. Cool beans, Tony. But yeah, anyway, everything's good. I'm going to go because it is 6:37. And I promised my husband that I would actually cook dinner tonight. He has been very busy helping his mother, who's doing great. She's 84 now. 83, 84. But he goes down every Tuesday, takes care of her yard or garden, stuff like that. And today he had took her in for blood work. Next week they've got appointments, just all sorts of things. So he's been very, very busy. I've been very, very busy. But I have all this because I had to go on prednisone. This is why I know I need to go back on the Adderall, is because this is me on prednisone, where I have a lot of energy and I probably talk way too fast. The prednisone kind of helps me with the ADD. It helps me. Don't ask me why. I do not know. I'm not even going to try to explain it. But they have told me that there's a direct correlation between prednisone and adult women with ADD, especially women who have been misdiagnosed or never diagnosed with ADD. But anyway, so when I'm on the prednisone, I feel really freaking good. So I should hear from my doctor tomorrow about going back on the Adderall, which I'd really, really, really like to do because it helps me stay focused. So anyway, you all are freaking awesome. I hope you know that. I hope you know how much I love you. And we will be back next Wednesday night, probably the same time, 5:30, just because it works out easier for me. Might do it earlier. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. And for those of you who are on the replay crew, I try to read all the comments. I really, truly do. But if you watch me for more than 5 minutes, you know that I'm a little bit goofy, a little bit scatterbrained, a little bit ADD. But I do try to read all those comments and reply to them. So if you want to leave something, that really helps. It just helps us when you leave a comment, when you say something in chat, when you share the link, when you hit like, subscribe, share, whatever, it helps other people see my content. And my goal is to help as many people as I possibly can. I missed it too, Angie. Oh, God. And Ashley, thank you so much for that letter, honey. That meant the world to me. So anyway, I'm going to run, going to fix hubby dinner. He wants hamburger helper. I mean, come on. It's not that hard. Let's scratch my butt and open the box. But anyway, I love you all. I think you are all just absolutely fabulous. Thank you for being so patient with me. Can't wait for next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I usually decide 5 minutes before we go live. Oh, there it is. What we're going to talk about, but it'll be lots of fun. And maybe Shannon and I can make an announcement next week. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how far we get this week. No promises. Anyway, I love you all. I think you're all fabulous and amazing and beautiful. And I love sharing this with you. I love doing this with you. So God bless you all. Please stay safe, especially if you're down in Florida. We're all praying for you. Just be good, be safe, and be kind. Love you all. Mwah. See you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.